Good morning, everybody. Welcome in Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Monday, the 27th of November 2023. It's a full moon in Gemini today, and I've come on to do my full moon reading for you. So, we're going to use the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck, and as usual, the El Goliath Shadow deck, to get some insight around the energies of this full moon in Gemini. So let's see, what do we need to know? We have shadow on the bottom already. Let's see. What do we need to know for today? The 27th of November 2023, the full moon in Gemini. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, support, advice, and guidance from Spirit give the collective to help us navigate this full moon in Gemini energies for our highest and our greatest good. What do we need to know? Let's see, what do we got? Okay, we've got healer. We've got fire. And we've got message. Fire. And message. Okay. So, the messages that I'm getting from this is that we're healing something about our fire element, which is our passion, our motivation, our drive, our divine masculine energies. I'm just going to have a look and just see how close Mars and the Sun are together in Sagittarius. Let's get to my ephemeris, because they have been sauntering along together for the last month or so. Okay, so the 27th, 4 degrees and 2 degrees. Okay, so they're still really close together in Sagittarius. Okay, so with them forming opposition to the Sun, to the Moon in Gemini, I'm getting the energy of that energy of the Sun and Mars, that very fiery, activating, core identity energy, coming together for healing. We've come out of the new moon in Scorpio. Okay, so as we're peeking into this full moon in Gemini, we can see what it is that we're healing. And I think sort of the full moon in Gemini is going to bring forth messages for us about that healing of our fire element, what's been blocking us, what obstacles have been in the way, how have we been disconnected from our fire energy. And we could suddenly get clarity and see sort of what we've been doing to block ourselves at this full moon in Gemini. Let me just do some more cards and see what the cards have to say about that. Let's pop those over there. Okay, the full moons illuminate things. Okay, and Gemini is all about the messages and communication and things like that. So sort of also with this eye for the healer, it's about getting a message of seeing things. We're finally seeing and hearing ourselves around sort of where we've smothered the fire, the passion, the drive, the energy in our lives, and in that healing, you know, sort of, it can help us to reconnect in with it. So we have drive and motivation and determination and will and passion and sense of purpose coming back and things like that. So anyway, let's do the tarot and see what the tarot wants to add to the story. So what do we need to know for the full moon in Gemini happening on the 27th of November 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance does Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? One more. Okay. Okay, so where do we find ourselves? Okay. We've got the Eight of Cups, the High Door. Sorry, that's two cards. We've got the Karmic Release, the Sacred Karma Deer. We've got the Eight of Cups, the High Door. So it felt like two cards together. Beneath we've got the Sage, the Purity. Above we've got the Soul, the Karmic Soul Tribe, the Family. And we're going into the Emperor energy, the Ruling Father. Well, that's that fire energy, isn't it? Let's just move the cards across a little bit. Okay, the clarifiers, what have we got? We've got the Four of Cups, the wandering mind. Okay, we've got the Shaman, the medicine healer, more healing. We've got the Five of Pentacles, hardship mountain. In the subconscious, we've got two there. They're very sticky today. Oh, we've got the Devil. We've got the shadow self, the dark inner shadow. Oops, cards going all over. We've got the Knight of Swords, the Hooded Brother. We've got the Hierophant, the Master of Keys. We've got the Masks, the Hidden Wolf. We've got the Seven of Wands, the Determined Otter. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Rewarded Frog. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Tranquil Spotted Deer. Oh, we have to have Death. The Metamorphic Moth. Okay. Okay, we'll take the Ten of Wands, the Overburdened Beetle, and we'll take the Lovers. The Alchemical Heart. Okay, so just get these out. We can get all these on. Okay, so this is big stuff. This is big energies. Okay, we've got a lot of karmic stuff going on here. Let me just put those on. Okay, we've got the Karmic Release, the Sacred Karmic Deer. Okay, and we can see with this card, we've got this deer here and just all these moths. Moths or butterflies, they look more like butterflies to me. It's a card of transformation for me, okay, and releasing all the things that have held us back, that have limited our fire, our passion, our purpose. Could be the divine masculine energies within us. Okay. how we got here, what's leaving, is the Eight of Cups, the High Door. This is an ascension journey. This is how I see this in this deck. We're walking away from the lower vibration stuff, and it's like we're ascending to go through the portal. Okay, to do that, we need to purify ourselves. Okay, we've got the sage here, the purity. This is burning off lower frequency, low vibe energy that keeps us in that stuck place. You know, that's got the devil coming out. I'll get to the devil in a moment. So the sage, the purity, the message from spirit above, the karmic soul tribe, the family, coming back together in love and light with our tribe. Maybe clear, it's karmic soul tribe. So sort of when we come down to do a journey down here on earth, we have certain agreements, we make agreements, contracts to, you know, sort of learn different things, to do things, to experience different things, but we don't come down sort of on our own. We've got a whole soul family that we're working through stuff with. It can often be the family that you're born into. Okay, so in this purification, this releasing stuff, getting the sense of removing some of the karmic stuff that's come down in your family. Okay, often, you know, as I was saying, sort of often sort of have these lives with the same souls. We often, in different lives, we play different roles and things like that. Yeah, a sense that sort of we're healing some of that karmic stuff. That we came down to do. Okay, because we've got the sacred, the karmic release. We've got the sage. We've got the karmic soul family. This feels like, especially because we're coming out of the new moon in Scorpio, that this big release of stuff that's been limiting us, and yeah, tied to divine masculine energy, because we've got the Emperor here, the ruling father, and I'm seeing that as that fire energy. I'm seeing all the karmic stuff as the healer. You know, we're healing all that stuff, and this full moon in Gemini is another step on the way. Okay. I don't think it's all of it, but you know, we're freeing ourselves up. It could take a lifetime. Okay, so that's the main part of the reading. The clarifiers. Okay, we've got the Four of Cups here, the wandering mind. Is it a wandering or wandering? The wandering mind. Okay, and we've got this big cat here that looks a bit near. Okay, gazing into this black scrying crystal ball. It's almost like he can't see or she can't see the magic. They're stuck in the mundane. They're thinking nothing's going to ever change, and sort of they can't see, or not connected with the Ace of Cups being offered down here, which, you know, is the self-love, the filling oneself up, taking care of one's own energy. Maybe been looking for answers all over the place. Maybe you're like me and you spent absolutely years and years and years healing this stuff. Okay, you've read everything. You've done courses, different disciplines, tried all sorts, and you know, sort of along the way you've picked up pieces of the puzzle and things like that, but you still don't have, you know, the puzzle's not complete yet. Okay, and at times it can be overwhelming, and tiring. It's like, oh my god, how much more is there to do? The message in this card with this Ace of Cups here coming in is to go inwards, to fill yourself up with love. Yay! It's not a different. It always comes back to the same answer, doesn't it? Come back to the Ace of Cups. Fill yourself up with love. Fill your chalice. Okay. Fill your self love, your self worth, your values. Fill it all up. Let it overflow. Okay. That's the healing. We've got the shaman here, the medicine healer. The healing is within us. It took me quite a long time to learn this, and to a continuing sense of oh my god, I've lost the word, of disappointment with courses, that promise so much, and it's, I know often they were really, really good courses and everything, but none of them plugged that hole within me. That sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? None of them could fill the aching emptiness, or whatever it was, the sadness that underlies everything, or sort of the fears, whatever it was. But they were all pieces. Each thing was another piece on the journey for me, another piece of the puzzle. Okay. And it was only when I stopped looking out there and went inwards that I, filled that hole up, filled that void up, filled myself up with love. So yeah, it's those steps out there could be helpful, but the true answers are in here. Okay, and we can be our own shaman, our own medicine healer. Okay, and then we've got the Five of Pentacles, Hardship Mountain. It's all right. And I'm seeing this, so we've got these sort of emaciated horses here, no energy, they're exhausted, they're starving, and finding everything so difficult, and that's because we're that disconnection from spirit, from source, from love. It's source, it's the divine that gives us the Ace of Cups. Fill our cup up. Okay, and if we're not doing that, if we're not seeing it, then we're feeling disconnected, then sort of all we can feel and experience is the lack around us. This is a real message to sort of connect it, and just fill yourself up with that infinite, unconditional love of the universe. It may be a time to have some Reiki or something like that, some spiritual healing, spiritual medicine that's going to sort of help fill you up. Okay, and that can end with like soul level complementary medicine. Okay, or do the soul work yourself. Call back fragmented parts of your soul. Do the spiritual work. Just go onto YouTube. There's a billion billions and billions and billions of heart-centered meditations and things like that, as a good starting point. Okay, so this is what's going on externally. Okay, so this is very much a full moon of karmic release, letting go of the old patterns. In fact, it's a continuation, it's the next step. So we had the full moon in Taurus with the sun and Mercury in Scorpio. Then we have the new moon in Scorpio conjunct Mars, opposing Uranus in Taurus. And I found they were steps on the way, and it's like this is our next step, okay, of that karmic release, of that freeing ourselves from the limitations, and doing the healing work, healing ourselves. So let's dive into the subconscious, because we're going to start off here with a little old devil. Okay, the master of lies. Okay, this is all the lies, the lack, the disconnection and everything, the um, looking outwards to find the solutions and things like that. Um, there's a, yeah, it's all the disconnected untruths, the illusions, the delusions, the addictions, obsessions, the limitations, how we're bound, bound even sort of, you know, to family and things like that, stuck in their patterns. Sort of notice yourself saying the things or believing things that they used to say, you know, and then question yourself, how much of that is true? Do you actually really believe that? But anyway, with the devil, then we're going into the shadow self, the dark inner swamp. Okay. You thought we were leaving Scorpio behind. There's a little bit more work to do. Now we've got the torch, the fiery torch of Sagittarius. Just have a look down in the shadows, okay, and see sort of what karmic stuff is wanting to be released now. Okay, then we've got the Knight of Swords, which is the hooded brother. The Knight of Swords brings in messages. Okay, so we've got another card of messages. The Knights for me are mutable. The mutables of the elements. The mutable air is Gemini. Those messages may be coming through thick and fast today. Okay, and they give us the key. Okay, we've got the Hierophant here. And, you know, I say about sort of my interpretation of the Hierophant, we've got one foot connected to spirit in the 5D, in the upper realms, and we have one foot in the 3D, and we're the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. That's the key. That's what fills us up. That's what takes us off Hardship Mountain. Okay. And then we've got the inner wolf mask. Okay, so this is the opposite way round to the story of fear that sort of I'm sure all of us have been told, even in childhood and things like that, about sort of wolves in sheep's clothing. Okay, predatory behaviour and things like that. This is the other way round. This is connecting to your inner wolf, okay, and shedding the sheepskin. Stepping into your power, stepping out of the crowd and becoming your authentic wild self. Okay, I love this card. Yeah, I'm glad it's coming out today. So yeah, in that healing, in that release, then, you know, sort of, and the sheep's clothing, the sheepskin might have been, you know, it's old, sort, it could be old collective patterns. It could come from your family, from past lives, ancestral things. You know, as a collective, we've all been kept in our place of powerlessness for so long now. You know, people think it's a normal state. This full moon, going into the shadows to find the keys and the messages to help you shed that sheepskin and reveal your true inner authentic wolf. Wolves are great. You know, when you watch wolves, how the pack interacts, how they work together, you know, sort of how in tune they are with their environment, honing our senses to know what's going on and things. Okay, there's so much about wolf and wolf medicine. Okay. And then we've got the Seven of Wands, the determined otter. So the Seven of Wands is about defending yourself, standing up for yourself, standing in your authentic power, in your authenticity. Okay, coming off the back of the wolf. You know, not everyone's going to like it, but the opportunity that is there for you to take another step into your authentic self. And if you do, there's rewards. The Seven of Pentacles, the rewarded frog. Sat in a Venus flytrap, which is quite a sticky situation to be in, you know, that could be quite dangerous. But by being in the uncomfortable place, and often when we are sort of emerging as our authentic self, it can be quite uncomfortable. Other people are going, what are you doing? You've changed. And, you know, sort of things to put you back in your box, make you put your sheep's coat back on. Okay, but if you can bear that uncomfortableness as you transition and grow in strength, you'll be rewarded with fly. I don't mean with flies. Okay, when the universe, when Source sees you putting the effort in to do the work, to evolve and transform and change and grow, it steps in and helps you. Sometimes with challenges and little tests, and sometimes it brings in rewards. Okay, you learn to say, oh, I can see I'm being tested here. Oh, yes. Have I really changed? Okay, have you really changed? And so you will get little tests. Often what happens is sort of you have a big epiphany and everything, and it's like, it's like, how wonderful. And then sort of the next day or a few days later, you have the first test come in your face. It's like, but I always take it as a sign that I'm doing something right now. It's like, really? Is this my next test? But anyway, sort of what we come to is 9 of Pentacles, the tranquil spotted deer. We get to the point where we're so full of self-confidence, self-love, self-worth. We know our values. We know we can manifest whatever it is to ourselves because we've taken back our power. We've taken back ourself. And we've become tranquil and peaceful because it doesn't matter what the universe throws at us, what life throws at us. We can remain in this powerful place. And that's the transformation, the death card, the metamorphic moth. Okay. That is shedding the old skin. That's shedding the karma. Shedding the overburden. We got the 10 of Wands here, the overburden beetle. You know, we can set down those 10 wands, just pick up the 1, the Ace of Wands, and light our way. When we put down the wands, whether they're out over committing to things and over responsibilities and things like that, or we've picked up stuff, we've said yes to other people when we really should have said no, we're trying to do too much, taking too much on. When we put that down in that transformation, then we come back to our heart. We've got the Lovers here, the alchemical heart. Balance between our masculine and our feminine energies, between fire and water, the Emperor and the Empress, all within us. That balancing of energies, that cohesion and resonance coming back. So that's the opportunity for this full moon in Gemini. I'm just going to move my glasses around again, and I'm just going to get the Art of the Sacred Wheel cards to see the message in from here, because these tend to really sum up the reading for us nicely. So let's see. Oops. Right, I didn't think that felt right. Oh, I can see, yes, I can see what I've done. I didn't put those cards back in. Let's put a couple in over here. It's like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't look right. Now it is. Okay, so let's see. What do we need to know for the full moon in Gemini happening on the 27th of November 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate these full moon energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, we've got illumination, which is very much a full moon card. The sun on the opposite side of the axis, shining her light onto the surface of the moon, illuminating the moon. Illumination, the opening of radiance. What's being revealed from the shadows into the light, that is connecting with the re-emergence of your fire energy. So that's your full moon in Gemini reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's resonated for you. As always, if it has done, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell wherever it is. I think they're down there somewhere. I think they're about underneath now, just underneath the bottom of the video. Do that for notifications when I'm releasing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, then email me at the email address below the video in the descriptions box. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful full moon in Gemini. And until tomorrow, thank you for watching.